YouTube, what is up? What is up? Currently sitting in line waiting to get unloaded. I had a 10:30 appointment time, but when I got here, the guy was like, "It's 3 trucks got getting unloaded in front of you," which I mean, it ain't really a big deal. I got here about 10. I probably should have left earlier because I kind of know like this spot right here, even though it's not in the same city. I know they let you check in like an hour before, but when I went inside, it was like you can check in an hour before, but there will be no early unload. So I don't know if that meant that if I checked in at 9:30, I still wasn't gonna get unloaded until 10:30, or however that went. But irregardless, I'm here. The third truck that was in front of me, he's already backed in, so I'm already in position to just straight line in when I get there. Let me tell y'all about yesterday, man. It was Sunday, actually. I woke up at 8:30. I was planning on leaving about 10 o'clock. I ended up leaving when I actually started traveling to 12:30, 12:45. That was after me getting diesel and everything. I woke up about 8:30. I got out of the bed probably about 9:15 or something like that. Brushed my teeth, everything like that. I played Madden all the way up until time. I was like, well, this is the brink. I gotta go now. So I started driving. I didn't even put the directions in the Qualcomm or Google anything because I was like, I know I'm about to go up through Nashville and get off on 24, and then I'm gonna get off on a parkway. So I'm already knowing all this stuff. So by the time I made it a little bit north of Evansville's or Love, so I just stopped there because I hadn't ate anything. So I stopped and got me something to eat at Hardee's. And I was looking, so I said, well, let me go ahead and put it in the GPS now because I'm getting closer, so I don't actually know the streets and stuff because I've never been up here before. And so when I put it in my phone was like, your arrival time is going to be 10:50. I'm like, it's 8:50 now, and I'm like an hour away. So even if I don't make it there at 9:50, I at least still make it there at 10. But where is this additional hour coming from? And I pulled my atlas out, and that joker was in the Eastern time zone. It was to the right of the little line in my atlas. It went straight down, and then it curved all the way out and went on over to other parts of. Because I was in Indiana, but the city is not even that far north to Kentucky, like that. So man, that just threw me for a loop, and I said, well man, I have no choice, man. I have to drive here to this place now. So I had already looked at the spot on Google Earth and everything like that. It was a spot for me to park, so I went in there and got to the spot, parked like I needed to park and everything like that. And that was that. And got unloaded. I made it there probably a little bit after 11, so I said, well, I'm not getting unloaded until 9. So I said, well, that's gonna work in my favor then. The guy showed up at 8. He was like, yeah, man, I can go ahead and unload you now. It's like, well, man, they told me to get here at 9 because I'm thinking it was gonna be a truck in front of me. It's like, well, I mean, if you want to wait, you can wait. It's like, nah, man, go ahead and get unloaded early, no big deal. So I put it around and everything like that, and got unloaded and everything like that. By that time, my timeout came back, so I went on and did my 1-2 thing, and that was that. So I ended up picking up a coil yesterday, and I am so used to doing suicide coils. I do not like shotgun coils. And for those who don't know what that is, suicide, the reason they call it suicide is a coil has an opening on both sides. So if the opening is facing left and right, it's considered suicide because, Lord forbid, if the chain breaks, it's gonna either roll forward or it's gonna roll backwards. So they essentially call that suicide. Shotgun is when the opening is front to back, north to south, and the reason they call it shotgun is because it's emulating the barrel of a shotgun, the barrel of a gun, the opening like that. Which, I mean, it could still be considered suicide because if it breaks, it's gonna roll to either left or, but anyway, that's just the designation if you never know. So I'm using flatbed terminology. So let me break it down to you. And so I heard the guy at the window. He said, "Yeah, you're getting one shotgun call." And I said, "Well, I remember at TMC. I think I remember that they said, which I'm not at TMC anymore, but I still apply the principles." And they was like, anything I believe over a certain amount, don't load a shotgun, load a suicide. So my man came out there. He was like, "Hey man, I need you to turn your stuff around." So the first thing I say, "Hey man, I thought they said, if it's over a certain weight, you're not supposed to load a shotgun." Let me see your paperwork. Let me see your paperwork. I mean, he literally just told me this, but he's acting concerned. I give him the paperwork. She's like, yeah, gotta be shotgun. I was like, God dang. And the reason I hate shotgun, man, is like the way you have to do it is you have to X the chain in the center, and then you have to throw chains on both sides, almost like making the form of a U. I hate that because the chains have to run up the side of the car like that, and you have to hook them in. So that's probably my second suicide call I ever done a day in my life. And another thing that I don't like about it is when you're doing your load check and stuff like that, it's tarped. So unless you got it marked some type of way, you really have to get up underneath the tarp and like figure out, okay, which one is the X, which one is one of the U's, and all that different stuff like that. So I don't like that. Versus if you do the suicide, I got my binders to one side. I usually if I have to put 5 chains, I put 3 binders to the passenger side, and do that so that I have more to tighten up on the passenger side versus the driver's side, whatever like that. So then I called Hick trying to get it tarped because, again, this is my second suicide call in 3 years of doing flatbed. So I'm like, this is an adventure. So I got it. We got down the road, got to the truck stop. I was going to try to get closer, but the spot that I saw that was closer, they was like, we full. And one thing that I've noticed since the time has changed, jokers are really stopping driving like as soon as the sun go down. Like 5:30, I'm looking at Trucker Path and like full. I'm like, y'all really not driving at night? Like really not driving at night, man. So I ended up stopping probably about 90 miles out, which was good for me, man. I was able to take me a shower and everything like that. But I got another load. It's going up around Cleveland area again. So I'm gonna go pick that up. It's on a preloaded trailer. I'm glad to get rid of this trailer, but at the same time, I don't like doing the preloaded thing. It just, I don't know. I've just been going back and forth about getting my own trailer, man. I don't know. I might get one, I might not. I just don't know. I don't trade trailers enough, but I just got spoiled with TMC trailers because they had bought some newer trailers before I had left where they had like chain pockets where you could hook the chain to the chain pocket. You wouldn't have to worry about running it through the rub rail and stuff. And everybody got different rules with that stuff. And I'm just like, it starts to run together at a certain point in time. So to minimize that, I want me a trailer with some chain pockets on it, some side boxes, all that good stuff like that. But I know not a brand new trailer, but the trailer that I want used, I think it's about $22,000 used. Like, I remember I was looking at one like a 2017 version. So I don't know. We'll be on the lookout on that. That'd be good though. You can write that whole thing off. Write that whole thing off, man. I ain't lying. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, and then I got a level 3 inspection yesterday. I pulled up on the scales and I'm like, I'm on the scales for a while here. Next thing I know, the sign said, go park. I said, oh my goodness. My first instinct's like, well, man, I must be overweight or something. So the dude came out. I was in Tennessee. He came out, did a little level 3, did to check the E-log and stuff like that. And I said that probably about 30 minutes, man. Then he finally came back. I said, all right, man, you good to go? I said, all right, cool with me. I said, that's an extra $50. I'll make sure I take that 50 and the stock market jumping, so I'm gonna find somewhere to put it. Yep. But anyway, man, let me get with y'all later, man. That's what I hated about having this 10:30 appointment time coming over here, because I'm going back into the Eastern time zone, and I got like 700 something miles to drive. And like I said, with the way my truck drive, with the pulling hills and stuff like that, it's gonna take some time. So I might be. It got a 2-stop. I might be able to get the first. I might be able to get them both off tomorrow. I doubt it. Depending on the time, depending on the time when I stop. That's why I wanted to start my clock early. That way I can stop early and I can start early, and I can kind of fall within that window or whatever like that. But it is what it is. I started my clock up about a little bit after 7. A little bit after 7. So that's really 8 Eastern time. So if you utilize the whole 14, which right now I got 9 hours of drive time left. I got 14 hours. I got 10 hours and 56 minutes left for them 14-hour revolving clock. So 14 hours from 8 is 10 o'clock. And I'm probably going to be pulling over, depending on where I make it to, no later than probably 7. If I could make it to 8, if I knew I had somewhere to park and drive for 8 hours or whatever like that, not drive for 8 hours, but if I could be somewhere stopped at 8 o'clock and had somewhere to park at 8 o'clock Eastern time, I'd be good. But we don't know. The only thing I don't like about doing a preloaded, which like I told y'all about, getting a trailer and stuff. But it is what it is. Then they're a little slow over at the place because they got like one person working the window, but like they load mad fast. And I'm like, man, if y'all had the situation with the window faster, man, y'all could be in and out of here. But it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna get back with y'all, man. I'm just checking in with y'all, and y'all be safe out there, man. I'm out.